nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched. I rallied. I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there, to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of a thing? Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh crime. Just that simple. And if we need National Guard, and which we did years ago, he brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news, hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to stay up there. Get out the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off. And Grandma said it.
I got wireless mic. When you get there, I get hurry. That's what I call it. I mean, I can start doing that. I got to hook it up to the iPad. I'm doing it too.
That way, eventually, I couldn't really.
That's it.
Everybody was in close by, all kind of, he has good to hear too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll get,
The Sunday, you start Monday through
and
Thursday.
tell them, thumbs over there. And see if
Sunday.
they're Well, tell them to text me if they can hear it.
She is mostly days.
On the other side.
Huh?
I believe it's on the other side.
Okay.
You work inside, right? When you are 2:30, she's back at the station. Running, I think, when. Got one coming for a station visit tomorrow. Text me. Like, oh, you're up. Oh, you start with the general manager. She comes to the station. Just sort of went out once sure. Sleep goes back to where it is. Three times before I decided, okay, this is legit. She's like, actually, this is student at Sanford. I'm not just Francis, that
Report for Sanford's.
no, I'm Sanford. Sanford office. Yeah, I don't know why that's journalism. Business. That was their microphone. You mind your business, like you just work there, like. That is true.
I know a lot of students. Can you hear about everything? Not supposed to be here?
All right, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. And I'm gonna take a moment to just briefly describe the incident as best I can as it happened on last night. All right, while I do that, please understand that this remains an active investigation and certain details may be limited at this time. The incident overview on February 17th at approximately 11:26 p.m., deputies from our agency responded to 4363 Peach Orchard Road in reference to a domestic dispute. Upon arrival, Deputy Clark approached the residence and noted that the front door was open and there were several cars that were in the yard also that had the doors open. As Deputy Clark proceeded to the house, he made his way onto the porch. He announced himself as law enforcement officer while attempting to make contact with anyone inside. While at the front door to the resident, Deputy Clark observed a male later identified as Jeff Oateson, 23 years of age, emerged from the hallway holding a rifle in his right hand. Deputy Clark issued multiple verbal comments at this point, ordering Oateson to drop the firearm. Oateson did not comply with these commands, and instead he moved towards Deputy Clark and at one point raised the rifle towards Deputy Clark. At that time, Deputy Clark discharged his firearm, striking Oateson, I believe, in the stomach. Following the shooting, Deputy Clark was able to safely take Oateson into custody, provide medical care without further incident until EMS arrived, and Oateson was then transported to Wellstar. We have charges on Oateson, who's charged with aggravated assault upon a police officer and possession of a firearm or knife during commission of a crime. That's the facts of the case as we know it. At this time, there is no mugshot available. Once he's transported to the Charles B. Webster Detention Center, there will be a mugshot available, but at this time, there is none available. The investigation is still ongoing. The shooting is being reviewed by Columbia County Sheriff's Office Regional Use of Force team, which is standard protocol for these incidents. And a copy of the incident will be provided to each one of you all via email from our personnel information officer who will get that to you if you request it. We would also like to take a moment to thank Columbia County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Whittle for their continued partnership and support during these incidents that we have in our community. This remains an active and ongoing investigation. As I stated earlier, and additional information will be released as soon as it becomes available. At this time, I will take a few questions that I can answer.
You said Columbia County's investigating. Why is it so important, and why is it procedure for another agency outside of Richmond County Sheriff's Office to investigate an officer-involved shooting?
Well, as I stated, that's just normal protocol. We typically would use the GBI or Columbia County because they have a task force that does the same investigations that any agency throughout the state of Georgia uses whenever there's a use of force or deadly force used in a confrontation. And that erases the bias from our agency.
Do you know if Mr. Oatson has a prior record at all?
I don't think he did. I think this was the first incident that we are aware of.
And do you know his condition right now?
Right now, he's in stable condition. So I think he's going to be okay.
You'd said that there were a couple cars there with open doors when the officer arrived. Were there other people at the scene at the time?
From what I know at the time, I think his grandmother was there, and there may have been, his mom may have been there also, but I know the grandmother was there. And when the deputy arrived at the scene, the vehicles appeared to have had the windows shot out of. So the deputy, made his way past the vehicles and past the house that had every window appeared to have been either knocked out or shot out also.
So I know you said this is an active investigation. You may not be able to tell us much, but the press release said that this was a domestic incident. Can you give us any information on what the call was about and why exactly it was you guys were called out there?
Well, as I stated, it's still ongoing. It came in as a domestic, so I could, share that much with you as to what exactly was going on, what they were in an argument about. I honestly have no idea right now. Yes, sir.
Just as a point of clarification, how does the suspect spell his last name?
It's spelled O-T-Y-S-O-N.
And is it Jeff with a J? J-E-F-F?
J-E-F-F.
Thank you.
And he's 23 years old.
I know this is the second officer-involved shooting this year. Is that a normal pace? Is that more than you usually see mid-February?
Well, I don't really, like, this is really like my second year, going into my second year. And so the only year I have to really compare it to was last year. And I think we had one officer involved shooting last year. And this year we've already had two. Thank God no one was fatally shot or injured during these two incidents. So, these press conferences are never easy because it involves someone's child or grandson or loved one and the officer. So, by the grace of God, both of them are still here with us. And so I just ask that, as a community, that, we continue to pray for the subject and the officer as well. I'll take one more question. Yes, ma'am.
Regarding the officer, is he still out, working, or is he on administrative leave pending the investigation?
So right now, he's on administrative leave until the investigation is concluded. And once he's cleared, then I think we typically reaches out to the DA in regards to the incident, and then he'll go through some more training, be issued another firearm, I think, and then at that time he'll be allowed to go back to work. But right now he's on administrative leave pending the results of the investigation. Okay? All right. All good? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.